Flop squats! Alright. Flop squats in here. Got some pumpkin beers. Got 8 pumpkin beers to do. Got them kind of after season. Got a good deal. You know what I'm saying? So we got a Canadian beer here. The fucking Lost Pumpkin Patch Ale from Canuck Empire. It's coming at 6% alcohol by volume. Never had anything from Canuck Empire. So pretty excited about this. I've been drinking on a little bit. We got 4 ingredients. Water, 2-row Munich, 30 aromatic caramel, 60 wheat, pumpkin puree, maple syrup, hops are Magnum and Pearl, spices, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and of course allspice and yeast. So we'll top this one up a little bit, you know what I mean? Alright, so, all using the homebrew. You want to know what's going on? You don't want to sanitize your thermometer. You want to know what temperature your beer's at when you're drinking it? And you want a cool way to do it? You just fucking blast it. That's how you do it. Fucking blast it. Bam! So the head of the beer is 11.7 degrees Celsius. And the glass is 13.3 degrees Celsius. That's how we know we're drinking it at. Fucking awesome. Alright, thanks, Plop. Let's get him this beer. Had a few sips of this already. Smelling the pumpkin. Smelling the spices. Nice orange color. It looks kind of clearing away, but after that, the last of that pour, it is quite hazy. In there's no sediment. It's not bottle condition, as far as I can tell. Nice white head on the beer. A little bit of an off color. Smelling typical pumpkin beer aromas, all that. Getting pumpkin, kind of earthy. Picking out a lot of pale malt. Very much just barley flavor. Interesting. Kind of a grainy texture on the second pour. The first pour was a lot cleaner. I wasn't getting all that stuff. Hops are starting to settle in a bit now. Off the first, I mean, the hops were quite predominant. This is a very bitter beer for a pumpkin beer. A Magnum and Pearl. Against the pumpkin, it's just coming off almost like a Pilsner hop bitterness, like Noble hop. I'm not familiar with Pearl, if it is a Noble hop or not. Pretty good. Has real pumpkin in it. It's got a nice mouthfeel. The head's not lingering too good for the amount of hops I'm tasting, but as it's settling, I'm not picking up as much of the hop bitterness. It was quite bitterness at first. Quite bitter at first.
fairly drinkable. A little crisp. It's like it's soft for the because of the pumpkin, but it is kind of crisp still. Like if it didn't say ale on it, you almost wonder if it was a Marzen or something. Well, it's really good, but it's very planty, hop, kind of almost noble hop, Pilsner hop type thing going on in the finish. Pumpkin up front, the spices are definitely there. I'm going to call it a pretty decent beer. Really looking forward to trying new stuff from Canuck Empire. If this is their pumpkin beer, that's not bad at all, really. And there's maple syrup in here as well. I'm not really picking up a whole lot of maple. In case you were wondering, some people may want a lot of maple in their beer. This isn't like really maple forward, or however you want to say that. But yeah, the label. I'd like to try their other beers. Their label's a bit busy, kind of hard to. There's a lot of shit going on in the label. Might want to work on that. But other than that though, like this is a damn solid pumpkin beer. I haven't had a bad pumpkin beer yet this year. So I was disappointed that I didn't get a shitty pumpkin beer. So I bought 8 more. And one of them's got to be shitty, right? Because I had the Semi-Autos Fat Jack, which was fucking awesome, and some other one, Alley Cats and stuff, and they were all pretty decent. So seems like everyone's stepping up their pumpkin beer game, and I'm really happy about that, because no one wants a shitty pumpkin beer, and all the ones I grabbed, I do believe, had pumpkin in the ingredients list. So, yeah, criteria for pumpkin beer should be to have fucking pumpkin in it, and we all complain about that long enough that I think maybe all the brews are getting wise up to it and making real good shit. So, if we be that lucky, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm liking this beer. I'm liking the new fucking thermometer. Fucking blast it. Yeah, 13.9 degrees Celsius is what this is at. It's probably where I drink a lot of my beers at, but now I'm going to know for sure all the time. I'm just kind of guessing a lot of the times. It's actually really good. Like the more it's warming up and ungassing, and I'm getting into it, and on the second pour getting all the bottom fucking dregs and all that in it, it's really helping it out. Because at first, the first pour was really fucking hop dominant, and then whatever was in the bottom of the bottle was kind of richened it up a whole lot. I guess I can kind of pick up a little bit of maple syrup, but it's very you're not really picking up as a big flavor. It's just kind of just sweetening up everything and kind of giving it a syrupy sweetness kind of behind everything, helping to make it richer, more like a pumpkin pie. So yeah, and it's very refreshing for a pumpkin beer. You know, like some of them are just like drinking a pumpkin pie, which is great. But they don't really have that crisp bite, that refreshing kind of thing a lot of people want out of their beer, especially lager drinkers, really, like that crisp bite. This has a little bit of that. Spices, it's a very well-balanced beer. I'm going to have to give it 8 3/4 out of 11. And for pumpkin beer, that's pretty good. So look out for Canuck Empire at Aldergrove, BC. I'll be looking for more of their brews. I say that's a fucking pass. Be a sucker, and I'm out. Yeah.